Mhm. Hello, and welcome to the Dahlia World Gardens presentation of Seattle at Dawn, a Mage the Ascension chronicle. I am our storyteller, Tim Dahlia. Thank you for joining us. If you like this show and you want to see more, you can catch all of our magical shenanigans over at our YouTube playlist. And while you're here, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, do all those wonderful things. We would greatly appreciate that. Now, let's dive into the world of darkness and Mage the Ascension. Did you ever have a toy that you ruined by playing too hard with it? Or have you ever taken some gift, skill, or talent you had and then made a complete mess of things because you weren't careful with how you used it? That's what happens on a really big scale when you get careless with will, pride, and magic. You break things. And we call that carelessness hubris, destructive, overwhelming pride. To the Greeks, who coined the term, hubris is the shadow side of excellence. It's that moment when, damn, I look good, becomes, so I can do whatever I want. If you've ever met one of these arrogant assholes, and let's face it, we all have, who uses his or her looks or charm or money or whatever in order to feel better at your expense, you understand why hubris sucks. In Greek lore, hubris can suck a person into a vortex of self inflicted ruin, taking everything around him down as well. And mages, they do this all the time. Not just technocrats or Nefandi, but all of them. The Ascension War is what happens when a bunch of proud will workers get so full of themselves that they decide to remake the world in their own image. Cyborgs wind up stalking through the night. Frightening otherworld spirits break through movie screens. Witches curse their enemies until flesh slides off of bones. Ecstatics try to make folks see all the pretty colors that they can see too, and that trip drives those folks insane. Paradox can be seen as reality bitch slapping mages to knock that shit off. It's a fine line we dance when, then, between pride and hubris, between the will to power and the power to destroy, and the paradox of doing both for what look like all the right reasons in our eyes. Mages that should feel pretty proud of themselves will be joining me today in the form of Cindy.
Hey, I use she, her pronouns, and I play Inea Blackwell, who is still processing. The little processing thing going on her forehead. Because, yeah, they've had a night, and, wow.
Yeah, I be, that's probably all you need to say. What a night! Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we'll go with Billie.
Hey, Billie. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns. I play Charlie Newell. Charlie's a mushroom expert and a Verbena mage. Yeah, they definitely had a wild night. Um, Charlie's kind of surprised that they're still alive. You know, that the whole group is still alive at this point. So, whatever they have to face with like the council and all that stuff, it's just kind of extra.
That might happen later, absolutely. But not something to worry about when you're facing death's door. All right. Next, we'll go with Scott. What you got?
Hello, I'm Scott. I go by he, him pronouns, and I play Carl Weatherman, and I am very happy that I am not dead. um, yeah, who knew that my avatar had such a very nice sense of humor in the middle of a heated battle?
That's true.
Luckily, I work with, at the moment anyway, some very good people. So thank you guys.
They got your back. And
Yes.
what else?
And they.
And they gotcha. All right, and bringing up the rear, Alix.
Hi, my name is Alix. I use they them pronouns, and I am playing Jezebel Spinner, who got scratched by an evil owl person. Not a fan. Really wish that I had ducked and dodged a little more. But I'm alive, so we're alive. Shit, we're alive. Yeah.
You're getting there. You're learning to duck better.
Excellent. All right. Well, with introductions out of the way, let us move on. So, earlier this evening, you infiltrated the owl's nest. You were thrust into conflict the moment you passed through the magical threshold. But that's when the technocratic companion, Vesper, rushed past you, and you swear he was ahead of you. And then he opened fire on Ned Calhoun. Throwing caution to the wind, each of you combated Ned, his manifested owl patron, and their followers. You were able to subdue all of them, and perhaps drove off the owl shards infesting these fallen souls. You tied up the brood of owls. The younger Calhoun, known as Pip, escaped, afraid for his life and sanity. Nay resisted the paradox backlash she felt building from the start of the fight when a spell of hers failed. When the room quieted, she relaxed, releasing the reality warping energies. And for a moment, all seemed calm and normal as it can get in a rundown church. Until Nay could feel the cool, slick sensation of wet hands. You inspected her hands, and they were covered in blood, no wounds to be seen. Without time to get too far into it, you wrapped up Nay's hands as best you could to keep the blood from flying and dripping everywhere, and used Carl's data fights to find Jennifer and Animus Vox. Vesper informed you that the Technocratic Union was coming with a cleanup crew. It was decided that leaving Vesper to handle the Union was in the best interest of everyone. So now, the six of you are piling into Nay's Forester. Jezzy took the wheel. Who's sitting shotgun and who's sitting in the back cargo space?
I gotta give directions.
I mean, you could. Oh, this is the music that normally just plays in her car.
It's a nice car. I like it.
The radio's just always on. This is what's on. Okay.
I'm assuming that it's not, but
No.
I figured, good driving road trip music for her.
If you saw my personal road trip playlist, yeah, that's not out of the realm.
All right, you're hopping into the Forester. Looks like Jezzy's taking the wheel. Inea, you said you were taking a shotgun. Okay. Who's crawling into the back? Because there's only 3 seats and a trunk space.
Oh, Charlie can crawl in the back. That's fine.
Okay. So you managed to wrangle Animus Vox and Jennifer into the back seats with Carl. Carl, are you sitting in the center or on one of the sides?
All right, bitch.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, bitch. That's no problem.
Gotcha. All right. So, as you guys are getting into the car and Charlie, you're getting settled into the backspace, you kind of pull down the little flap that normally covers the trunk space. Inea, is there anything that has to be moved out of the way? Any equipment?
Honestly, there's probably a couple of camera equipment boxes back there, like cases.
Okay.
But they're not like filling the space, so he could probably, he could probably just like shove them off to one side.
Yeah.
They're padded inside for a reason, so.
Yes.
Charlie's small.
Well, and Nay has the tendency to wear most of the equipment she takes with her, so.
Indeed.
In fact, she still hasn't taken Proberry off because she can't use her hands. There's blood everywhere.
Yes. All right. So as you crawl in to the backspace of the vehicle, you hear a familiar cry, "Cow!" And as you look up, the blackbird known as Cal dive bombs and then flies into the back of the Forester, landing on Charlie's lap. Cal!
Oh, hey, buddy. Scratch between his wings.
There you go. He likes that. Good driving music. I'm looking it up. Hold on. We'll just go with something sweet. Something nothing too hard. You're trying. This is what it sounds like when you back up an electric vehicle. They made it sound like this. It was weird. I don't know why. They could have made it sound like anything. They made it sound like angels singing. All right. So.
Yep, that's odd. Okay.
You are now in the Forester. Jezzy, do you remember how to drive?
It's honestly probably been a while since I've driven anywhere.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I did used to drive a lot. I would play designated driver a lot for Sunny.
Okay.
And didn't Jezzy drive when they were taking stuff to sell at Pike's Place? The strawberries?
Yeah.
I thought Jezzy. So it hasn't been that long. A couple months, maybe.
Yeah, a couple months.
Alrighty. Excellent. So, Inea, your home is, well, actually, that's a good decision. What are you guys planning on doing? Yeah. Where are you going? I know we talked about it last time, but.
Basically, we've got two options now, everybody. We got one casualty, one confused rescuee, and whatever the hell this is. We can go back out to the commune. I'm not 100% sure I'm feeling all that great about that, although I imagine Jennifer eventually wants to get back out there. Or if y'all are okay with it, my place is south of here. And it's at least a shorter drive.
That's probably a better option for both reasons. Just one, because we don't know what we're getting ourselves into back there, because it seems, I mean, no offense to you, Jezzy, but it seems like things are a little bit wishy-washy on who's working for who and what their purposes are.
Oh, none taken.
All around
There's a lot of bullshit going on that even I wasn't privy to. So
yeah, and I would much rather have a shorter drive where we can start like working on getting ourselves back into a reasonable order before continuing.
Agree.
All right.
I'm down for whatever you guys want to do. I'm new here, so I have nowhere to necessarily go. All my stuff is in a completely different state, so
wow.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys decide.
Understood. So, Jezzy, rolling forward, you take the band on the road, merging onto I-5, heading south to Federal Way,
Yay!
which,
Next to
yes,
H Mart.
there is an H Mart there, yes. There's also an H Mart right around the corner.
Yeah.
All right. So, um, well, yes, Jezebel, Alix,
Mm-hmm.
at this time, I would like you to roll your willpower with a difficulty of 9.
Oh, jeepers.
I just remembered, like, isn't Jesse on drugs?
She took herself some joy. I just now realized that. You're right.
You're right.
You know what though?
Difficulty of 9.
So
She didn't announce that to the rest of us.
Right,
so I
we don't
think
know
any of us
that.
is aware of that.
if that is true, then maybe we should be
None.
driving about 25 miles an hour.
All right.
Danger is doing that on the I-5.
Yeah.
No problem. All right. The Forester is pretty easy to drive. It's actually handles pretty smoothly. It's not that different than a regular vehicle. Definitely easier than some of the farm equipment that you've had to deal with in the past. As you're driving, you guys are free to converse. So is there anything on your mind now that you're in the vehicle and a good distance away from Seattle at this point?
I'm just kind of curious. Nay, do you think we killed that thing or got rid of it for now? Or do you think it's going to come back?
I think we probably damaged its connection to Calhoun. If we didn't do significant damage to Calhoun himself, which I'm not sure about, we didn't really stick around long enough to check, but I think if anything, it'll go off, spend some time recouping, and depending on how long that takes, maybe we'll see it again. I don't really know. I should probably check in with Moro to see if she can tell me anything more about that, but I mean, we got to get someplace safe first.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Well, good work, everybody.
In the back,
We didn't die.
We didn't die.
in the back seat, right of Carl, is Animus Vox, and he's got his case with wraps in it in there between his legs, and he's just quietly looking around. This is a nice car.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I like it. Who are you?
So, I was just gonna say, I assume your name is Animus. We haven't been introduced. I'm Nay Blackwell.
Pleasure to meet you.
You aren't. Are you hurt at all? Because they did a number on our friend Jennifer there.
I didn't. I'm okay. They kind of put a sack over my head for a little bit, and I got a couple bruises, but I'm all right. I'm a tough guy.
Do you have anywhere you need to be?
Nope. Kind of go wherever I need to be. Right now, seems like this is it.
Okay. Just along for the ride. I can respect that. Okay.
You go where you needed, and sometimes where you're needed pushes you a little bit.
Oh boy, do we know all about that.
But thanks to this big
This
guy
just kind
here.
of feels like one of those, you pick up a hitchhiker and you're like, where are you going? And they're like, wherever you're going. Like,
It's just kind of how it goes.
Well,
Just-
first things first for me. I have to ask, Nea, how's your hands?
I'm pretty sure I'm still leaking, and I'm not feeling too great about that. But
Yeah, I've never seen anything like that before.
I can't decide if I'd rather. Well, no, I don't think I'd rather be burning, but I'm not sure that this is all that much better either.
Mm.
Somebody is gonna. Well, let's see. Jesse's got my keys right now. When we get there, you're gonna have to let us in. I don't. This is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, that's a nasty one. I've seen that before. Yeah. Yeah.
You have? How?
I mean, I've seen a lot.
Is there anything that you can do for it? I know you're a...
No, that's just good old paradox just coming to mess with you a little bit. You know, reality's kind of fickle sometimes. It's all right. You'll be fine. You know, once I spent an entire week in a circular maze of my own creation.
Okay, so I think I
Oh.
prefer this over that.
Oh yeah, it was
Sure about
terribly
that.
lonely too. I had to solve my own conundrum. I had to like look really deep inside myself, and then I had to really uh find the core of who I was before I got out of that. Yeah, you'll just be a few days or weeks, and eventually you'll be able to not bleed everywhere. Maybe. I don't know. These
Okay.
things are really indescribable and unpredictable.
I was hoping for days and not weeks.
Well, here's hoping.
Because
Yes, let's hope for days.
yeah, hours would even be great. Ugh. Okay, so Tim, just to confirm,
Yes.
she has some pain that's going along with this. Am I right?
It's a little bit. It's not. It's pain like if you were to like. It's like the residual effect of rubbing the bones of just using prime to cause pain but not damage.
Okay, so it's not like she's degloved her arms from the elbows down or
No,
anything.
no.
Okay.
No
fact-
physical damage, psychological.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you actually when you unwrap your hands, maybe we'll talk about that.
Okay, because my next question is exactly how much blood is she losing? Because she's only got so much to lose.
Right, I was
mean, that's
thinking
a-
that
That was
too.
my question too.
I'm like, am I gonna need a transfusion here?
Let's hope not. All right. Charlie, you're sitting in the back. You're hanging out with Cal. Cal's just kind of enjoying the scritches, and occasionally they bump, and you're yeah. It's kind of a confined space. They seem, while they were thrilled to be here to begin with, they're getting a little antsy with the confinement.
Yeah, I was wondering why you came in here.
Cal.
I
Cal
figured
of
you
Cal.
would kind of fly along beside us. I know. It's like we won't be in here that long.
Cal. Goes back to just kind of hopping around as best he can. Tries to perch on some of the equipment. Doesn't do any better, and it just gets back down to your lap.
Yeah, just kind of like keep him close and try to give him as much comfort as possible.
Hmm. Yes. Carl. You're sitting here.
I do
Go ahead.
kind of look at Animus and tell him why I was looking for him, that I need some help with what I am and how to control this. So
I'm
holding
not
a
sure
small
what you mean.
conversation with animals.
What are you? I mean, I'm seeing a largely, it's largely sane human being with, you know, some really fun friends.
Very true. The people that I'm with are actually really fun. Granted, I just met them.
Me
And
too.
they're very,
Hey,
very
we're
cool. and
we're like
they have
that
definitely saved
way.
my life more than once.
Oh, they saved my life too.
Well,
I'm
I'm
assuming.
pretty sure I actually, yeah. So, yeah, I need some help in this, discovering myself, my magics, my
Hmm.
stuff, since I'm kind of new at doing all this.
Have you ever gotten yourself lost in a
Kind of looking
maze?
for a mentor. No, I
You should
have
look into
not.
that. A mind maze could be what you need. I can help you out with that.
Let's
We'll
hold
build
off
a.
on that.
Well,
Let's get here and do things first. And
I mean, we could go into a yard. You know what? Once I found a maze in a child's bedroom. Not creepy like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like a tent fort. Yeah. We'll we'll build tents. That's what we'll do. Have you ever built a tent?
no, no, I have not built a tent. Maybe a small fort when I was a kid, but
Exactly. You do know what I'm
no.
talking about then. We'll do that. You need to reclaim your inner child, I
Okay.
think. Does that sound fun?
Okay.
Excellent.
That
We'll do that.
sounds fun.
Meanwhile, Jennifer is just leaning against the glass, just her head enjoying the coolness of the glass. Just watching the lights fly by.
Hey, Jenny, are you okay? Well, I mean, that's probably a really stupid question, but are you okay, all things considered?
It's been rough. It's been rough. It's been was doing okay for a while there. I thought I was getting used to the whole spy thing. I was getting into it too, you know, but things got ugly. It's okay.
Hey, Charlie, I don't know if you can get to it, but in the wheel well, there's a automotive emergency kit that's got first aid supplies in it. When we get to my place, we can get to the big first aid kit that I keep since Standing Rock. So we'll have more supplies when we get to my place, but that might, if Jennifer needs anything, you might find something in that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure nothing's broken. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
fine.
liking that too much.
Well, let's dig around and grab that first aid kit, and then, well, let me take a look at myself here.
As you are looking for that kit, Jezebel, the fog of joy has started to hit your
shit.
mind. You did think the drive would be this long. You feel yourself slipping more and more into sleep. There's a
I
brief moment of darkness before you hear yelling and you open your eyes. Blinding white light are directly ahead. Roll your dexterity plus drive.
Oh shit.
I would never do this in real life. Oh my god. Okay.
You know
So
what?
dexterity and drive. Here we are.
Yes.
In Jezzy's defense, there was a lot going on.
Oh fuck. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Action. What is my difficulty?
I'm gonna say 7. Yeah, this is
7?
not a. This is a little bit more difficult than a standard road maneuver.
Okay. Ooh. Come on, dice. Work with me. Yay. Okay. Oh.
1 success. Okay.
Better than no.
You come to quick, and you turn the wheel hard to the right. You avoid a head-on collision. Well, not head-on collision. No, we're gonna say, yeah, you were getting off the freeway at this point, so there was crossroads. You kind of drifted off into the left lane. You managed to correct, and then overcorrect, and the car spins and hits a bump, rising into the air. You feel everything flipping.
Ah! I'm so sorry. Oh no. Oh, fuck me running.
You slide to a stop in a near ditch.
Oh
look around.
no.
Let's see. Charlie can soak aggravated damage.
It's probably
So
a good
can-
thing that it was me in the back.
Oh, honey, I'm so
Not
sorry.
Seatbelt.
Oh
I'm worried about Jennifer and Animus.
no. Right.
Charlie's pretty damn sturdy, but
The minute I felt sleepy, I would have pulled over and switched with Charlie. The minute. Oh, fuck me.
Yeah,
And I just
unfortunately,
totaled your
drugs alter
car.
your choices, you know?
Oh, I just
Your
killed
decision
May's
making.
car.
this is what
Oh,
insurance is for, and it does carry it.
Gee whiz, man.
Charlie, first you get bounced around like one of those dice instead of a trouble bubble.
Yeah, the pop-o-matic bubble.
Yeah, you are Charlie the Pop-O-Matic bubble, or die. You take. You're able to soak 3, I believe. Yes. No, 2 aggravated damage. But out of the so you take 3 lethal wounds. Everyone else, same thing. Well, with the seatbelts, Inea, you take 2 lethal wounds. And let's see, and Scott, Carl.
Lethal is the X's, right?
That is the X's. Yeah, Carl, you take 2 lethal. No, sorry, my bad. 3. Yeah, 3 lethal, which will knock you out. You will be. I'll add it to your chart here, but you are now with the previous wounds at the point where you are unconscious. Animus and Jennifer also take damage. They are hurt. Jennifer more than Animus. And Jezzy, you also take an additional 3 lethal here.
Okay.
The
Thank you.
You are not unconscious, but you are now hanging upside down from the strap. A inflated airbag in your face and deflated, I should say. And your ears are ringing. There is the horn blaring, and you are upside down in your car, or in the car. Inea, you are upside down in your car. Charlie, you are on the ground. You protected Cal, but you are also sitting on what would be the roof of the car, and everyone else is suspended from their seatbelts, unconscious.
Very first thing, Nay, I am so sorry. I'll help with everything. I am so sorry. Oh my god.
If you're not dead, call out. Fuck.
Oh,
Is everyone
Okay.
okay?
yeah. I need to start checking on people. Look, first check on Cal,
Yeah.
and then check
Cal!
on like the people closest to me.
Cal, 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 Cal!
Cal is gonna be traumatized forever.
Poor Cal.
Never getting in a
Right,
car again. It's gonna be like B.A. Baracus with airplanes.
Yeah, Charlie's
Yeah,
gonna have to get him his own cushy carrier to get him to go. Okay.
Nope. There will be no like going inside of things for a bird for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe
Nay
hold on
is-
to the roof rack, but that's it.
Nay is in one of her ubiquitous pockets because at this point, you know what? Screw it. She's got other shit to be worried about. She can get blood everywhere. One of her ubiquitous pockets, she's gonna pull one of those emergency belt cutters.
Okay.
And try and cut herself out so that she can then get to Jezzy.
Jezzy is. I'm full on crying. I'm just heartbroken. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Jezzy, it's all right. It's all right. We got other things to be worrying about right now. I can replace the fucking car.
You're
It's all right.
Okay.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
All right.
I'm
so now
worried about. I'm worried about Scott.
we need to help everybody else.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So calm down. Charlie, you got this?
Yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm okay.
Okay.
Let me
Animus?
start checking, start working on. Yeah, exactly. How's everybody else doing? Animus, Jennifer.
No response from Animus. He's unconscious.
Okay. Carl. Carl, anybody got eyes on Carl? I can't.
Carl is dangling.
Okay. So once Nae's cut herself free. Okay, do I have an open window?
Yeah, we're gonna have to work together to like lower people down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
carefully. Do I have an open window or am I gonna have to kick a door open?
Would you normally be driving at night in December with the windows down?
Well, I'm wondering about broken windows at this point.
What did they break out?
That is true. Let me check.
If we rolled, the safety glass probably came out at least of the windshield.
Right.
Yeah, there's definitely busted windows that you could crawl out of.
Okay, I'm gonna army crawl out
Mm.
and go around to get Jezzy out to start
Right.
with. And while I'm doing that, I'm checking through the windows on everybody else to see what I can see.
It's a dark road. One of the side streets off of I-5. You're in the Federal Way area. You know the whereabouts of where you're at. It's not one of the main roads, but it is one that's trafficked enough that there are some cars that are still driving by. You can see that there is one further out that looks like it might be slowing down.
Okay, so we're just gonna. I got other shit to be worrying about than at minimum I'm staying out of the traffic as best I can, but
Right.
I got people to pull out of this thing.
Yeah.
Are we off to the side of the road? Is that what you told us?
Right.
I'm
With
not sure what you
the
said.
one success wasn't enough to prevent the accident, but it was enough to keep it from being in the middle of the road.
Okay, so we're in a ditch on the side of the road.
Yes.
Okay. That at least takes the traffic situation out of the equation. Okay. So Okay, so Jezzy's next.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get to her? However, I can get to her through a window, through the windshield. I don't care. I'm cutting her loose.
Yeah, let's roll your Dex and Athletics. You being the least injured amongst, well, you and Charlie. Those life magicians, man.
Yeah, it's handy.
Okay, and what's my difficulty?
6.
Okay, 3 successes, and one of them is a 10. So, no, 2
4.
of them are 10. So 4.
5. 4 or 5.
5. Yeah,
Yeah.
5
Oh, yeah.
altogether.
Outstanding success. You're able to get yourself into a position where you can cut the seatbelt and pull Jezzy out pretty easily. In fact, with that roll, I'd say you're also able to get to Jennifer as well.
Okay, and slide her out.
Yeah. Jezzy, you're helping Inea, but you're like at that you're on the precipice of unconsciousness.
Yeah, and not crying anymore, but vaguely into hysterical. I am going to busy my hands by helping to pull people out of this mess I've made. So yeah, I want to help. I see Carl sort of dangling, hands in the air like he doesn't care, kind of, and kind of want to, I don't know, at the very least try and pull him out.
Okay. Charlie, what are you up to?
I'm trying to help get people out.
Okay. All right.
That's
right. So you are able to get to Carl. He is unconscious, hanging from the ceiling. And then you get to Animus. And this looks bad.
Let's check vitals before we move him.
Okay. How are you checking? Just normal medicine check or?
Yes, normal medicine check.
All right.
I mean, there's a real potential for sleepers out here. And my paradox is very high. Let's try to do this the safe way first.
Makes sense. So perception plus medicine.
Difficulty?
We'll just say 6 is standard.
Okay.
I can't wait for like a V5 of Mage where the difficulty will always be 6. Okay, 2 successes there. 2 successes enough. You're not sensing any pulse.
No. Okay. Let's... Fuck. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do anything about that.
I killed the puppet master. I'm going to jail.
Let's... fuck it. Let's attempt to cast trauma on him.
Okay. Yeah. What are the details of that?
Well...
Yeah, I got it.
The description, emergency medicine, it's Charlie can get to the injured party quickly within a few rounds. He can make the injury less significant than it first appeared to be. Each success can heal 1 level of damage. Requires 1 quintessence per aggravated damage.
Yeah.
If we've got everybody out and Nay can see this, can she help him with this?
It's witchcraft, not necessarily your
thinking-
yeah.
Using life, because that's what she's got to work with.
Right. I mean the practice is clearly like, different than what your paradigm would allow for. So
Okay.
you could attempt your own
Well,
effects.
I was just
But-
going to say my next question is I have a rote. I have a healing rote.
So this may be something that all of you can try. So I would say, yeah, both of you do what you can.
I'm sorry, I missed. How bad is he? Is he did no life signs?
No life signs, no pulse, and is definitely kind of a crumpled mess. It looks like his own case flew back, the one that he was sitting in his lap.
Oh, what a shitty way to die.
Nea's gonna keep an eye on what's going on with Charlie, because she can't help until there's life signs.
Right.
So if we can get life signs back, she can help. But
Yeah, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but it's worth a shot.
It does require a quintessence as well. So yeah.
Yep.
anyway, so
Spend
Nea's gonna
that
keep an
and
eye on what's going on
go.
with Charlie while she's trying to help with Carl.
Okay. Go for it. Charlie, you first.
Yeah, Charlie pulls out his wand and starts like chanting and moving it around and touching very lightly any of the places that he sees that are physically injured.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're rolling Arete
Yes. Plus life.
at a difficulty of
This is going
Oh,
to be
let me
vulgar.
go back.
So,
yeah.
it's going to be at least seven difficulty. And it's fast casting, so I'd say difficulty is actually 8. Which can be reduced by spending further than just the one quintessence, but you're limited to 2 quintessence per turn, so.
Well, let's go ahead and spend 2. You know, because we're going to spend 1, and we'll spend the
The
other
difficulty
one as
makes it
well. This
7.
is important.
Please ignore that. That was an accident.
Okay, and so we add 3 because I have 3 in life.
Mm-hmm. No, you have 4. Sorry, you're right. 3 in life. My bad.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, correspondence always.
And you said the difficulty was 7,
Yes.
or was it 8? Okay.
Difficulty is 7 because you're spending the extra quintessence.
Right.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
1, 2,
Nice.
3, 4. All right, 4 successes. Oh, sorry. 3 successes. No, 5. 4. 4 successes because
4
the
should be
7
4.
the 7 counts as well. Sorry. I was still thinking 8. All right, 4 successes.
numbers are hard.
Numbers are hard. It took us how long to actually make numbers and just discover the number 0? Okay, or at least
Zero
have the
took
concept.
longer than all the others too.
Yeah, so weird. All right. This is heavy trauma, and this is a very, very egregious amount of damage done to a human body. In most cases, there wouldn't be much that you could do. However, this particular spell is designed to try and make those wounds appear less grievous. And you are able to breathe life into Animus Vox, much like the Puppet Master himself does with his own creations. And you hear the little sound as he takes in a breath again. He is not in great condition, but you're your magic was able to catch it before it was too bad.
Oh, thank the gods.
Okay. At that exclamation, Nea's gonna pop over and check vitals. And we're going Gift of Prana.
Okay.
I'm guessing we're going with a difficulty of 7.
Yes. Well,
I
yeah,
would-
7. Yes.
Okay, I would like to spend my so this has a cost of quintessence of 1. I would like to spend an additional quintessence to lower the difficulty,
Okay. So
which
that
is all the quintessence I've got left.
brings it down to 6.
Okay, so now I am rolling Arate and adding my life to it. Is that correct?
That is correct. DP mod of 3.
And now my difficulty is 6
That is correct.
with the spent quintessence. Words are also hard. Okay, 5 successes because there's a 10 in there.
Yes, I do see that. So, miraculously, I mean, that is, in terms of healing here, once resuscitated and a living being once again, you're able to essentially heal Animus to the point where it looks like he was never injured to begin with, just covered in his own blood.
Oh,
it's
thank God.
2 points of
Fuck
healing.
yeah, we're
You're
Yes,
awesome.
we are.
As you
Hell yeah.
resuscitate and pull Animus from the vehicle and take a minor moment to celebrate the beating the sheer odds of this, Jezzy, you are sitting away from the vehicle in the ditch, your friend Jennifer unconscious in your arms, and you're taking all this in. What is going on in your mind? What are you feeling, thinking?
Jezzy's head, my head right now is a series of exclamation points and like alarm klaxons, like wah, 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 like that.
Mhm.
And underneath it all, I just keep saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe I did this. I put everybody in danger." And I am trying very hard not to beat myself for this, because we don't have time for this right now. Jennifer is in my lap, hanging on by a goddamn thread, and I legitimately killed someone. Not for my friends, they dead. So, yeah, Jezzy feels like shit right now.
As you contemplate the meaning of all this and the severity and just the sheer guilt that's coming over you, you take in a breath and close your eyes, and then all of a sudden you hear tapping on the window next to you. We're here. You getting out? You come to, and you are parked next to an unassuming home. Your passengers, alive and well, have opened their doors and are getting out of the vehicle. Jennifer trying to get you out of the car. You remained zoned out for that moment, staring at the dashboard. Remove one paradox.
What just happened? I don't know, but thank the gods, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Holy shit. Everybody's okay?
Everybody is alive and well. You do not have memory of the past 5 minutes of driving.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
Everybody can erase all the things that they just did and all the damage they took.
You sob on this camera. Oh my god, I actually teared up. Like, no, please tell me I didn't kill someone. Oh my god. Well, at least not
Oh,
an
for real,
innocent.
I
don't-
totally had tears in my eyes.
no, like, no shit, literally. I will cry if that is a threat.
And for real,
Holy
this
shit.
is the kind of stuff that can happen on like psychedelics. I've had
Hell
similar things
yeah.
happen
God.
on psychedelics where something happens but yet doesn't happen.
No, like, this is why
Woo,
I do
reality
not fuck with
delivery.
that shit when I'm driving. Like, oh my god.
No.
No, I do them at home like a responsible drug addict.
Public service announcement. Do your drugs at home, kids.
That's right.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Yeah.
Safety first.
Okay.
Oh man,
Sorry, not sorry. Okay.
that was good too.
Oh, man.
That got me.
You have come late in the evening to the home that Inea has directed you towards, following the GPS that she had put into her own vehicle, because you know it's got that home button. And you park alongside. This is a very simple duplex. Very looks like it's probably about 50 years old, maybe a little more. It has 2 carports to either side. Inea, well, you don't remember, but you ended up going into the one on the left. Has a bit of a driveway there, and Inea, this is your home, so it's up to you on what to do.
Okay, so parked in the carport off to the side. So probably. Okay, so what you've got is a front yard that is given over to gravel path thing and raised box planting boxes. It's winter time, so they are all dormant, put to bed for the season. And then there's just a short little walkway from the driveway to the front door, which is where we're all going in. And Jesse, you got my keys, so you're gonna have to do the honors.
No worries. Let me know which key. Gladly. I am Shookington. Shookington. Okay.
Hey, Jesse, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just really glad that we're all alive because that could have really.
It's been a it's been a night. It's been a night, but we're gonna. I've got this whole properties. We're good now. It's okay.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I'm gonna turn. Which key is it?
It's the one with the lattice on the top.
Okay, I find the lattice key, and I'm gonna let us.
Yeah, going in through the back or the front? I don't remember. Front. Okay.
Going in the front.
Going in the front. Okay. Easy enough. When they open up when you guys enter the front, you see the living space, a L section couch to the side, and the kitchen with an island and a couple of stools in front. I'll let Inea introduce the rest.
I think we can all see maybe the layout,
Mm-hmm.
and we've just come in. I don't know. Can anybody see what I? No, I can't ping. There we
Yeah,
go.
you can.
That's where we are. That's not me. That's Tim.
Oh,
But yeah, that's where we just walked in. And it's actually kind of Spartan. That it's everything is you know, probably original, reasonably, you know, well kept, but still kind of showing the patina of age. The couch is obviously a little newer than everything else. But it's still very comfortably worn. Um, there's a entertainment center kind of thing with a flat screen up on the wall to the left, just basically right as you walk in the door.
65
And
inch.
that is much shinier and newer than everything else visible right now. So you can see where the priorities are.
mhm, valid.
And the bar section there with the bar stools as you look into the kitchen is pretty much the only obvious seating besides the couch. Then there's that short hallway to the left. Okay, so everything is all hardwood or laminate flooring. There's rag rugs that are all looking worn but comfortable and soft. It's a very comfortable looking older home.
Animus walks in with the rest of you and he looks around. He's like, "This is pretty cool. This your place?
It is, yes, thank you.
Mind if I
Everybody,
take a seat over there?"
Good. No, go ahead. That's what I was just gonna say. Everybody, go ahead and take a seat or whatever. How's Jennifer doing? Do you need?
I
Uh,
I think I would really like to take a shower. A lot.
you know what?
Oh,
Fair.
I feel gross.
That's fair. You know what? Right down this hallway here, bathroom right on the end.
Mhm.
Can't miss it. There's fresh towels in there. I will see if I can find you something a little fresher to wear.
Yeah, yeah. This has got. Honestly, I think I peed a little.
That's understandable.
It's understandable. If you want to chuck your clothes out the door, we can throw them in the washer
Mm.
while you're in, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, this was cute once. All right. She goes in there. She takes the towel. She gets into the bathroom. Um, what are y'all doing? Animus, by the way, sorry. Animus immediately takes his case, puts it on the bar, and opens it up, and Raps comes out. He's like, "Oh, there you are, buddy. Hi, buddy. How you doing? I'm doing fine. It's good to see you. Yeah, this is great." And he just sits Raps on the other stool next to him. And they both kind of hold hands for a second as they look around. What are you guys up to?
Charlie heads straight for the fridge. You got anything to eat in here, Nay?
Make no promises about anything in a Tupperware, but the rest of it should be okay, I think.
It has been probably about a month since you've been home.
Yeah. I wouldn't get too excited about milk.
Well, quick question: do you have anything stronger than milk?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Count it above the fridge.
perfect. I need something. And we also need to take a look at your hand.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm starting to think vinyl gloves is the thing, but oh, I talked about okay, so the um big first aid kit I was talking about is in the closet at the end of that hallway across from the the bathroom Jennifer's in. It's on the top shelf. You can't miss it. It's bright red.
Cool. I'm
I'll
gonna
go get it.
Okay. While Charlie is going to get the first aid kit, I am going to get a drink. Very small, but just a little, cause woof.
Woof.
Yeah, you guys make yourselves at home. I wasn't prepared for guests, and I haven't been home in, I don't even know how long it's been since I've been home. But so
Yeah, that being the case, yeah, fuck digging through your cupboards. I'm gonna order a pizza, and then and then I'm gonna get to look at your hands.
there we go.
Pizza,
Yeah.
liquor, and hands.
Yes. Priorities.
Pizza, liquor, take care of the hands, watch the game or whatever. Probably no game. It's
sports ball.
It is. I'd say at this point, after the long evening and the drive, you are probably now crossing over into midnight territory. It is now officially Christmas Eve.
Oh, there may not be pizza to be had.
Oh yeah.
Christmas Eve you probably could, but it's awful late, so I don't know.
Federal
Right.
Way will have
There's
its
gotta be
all-night pizza
something.
plates. Yeah,
There's
and
got to be something.
this is since the pandemic started. A lot of places have been doing delivery even later at night than they used to.
Cool.
True. The first aid kit that you've got is that like backpack sized. It's enormous.
Nice. Well, we should probably clean them up first and then see what we have in the way of wounds.
Yeah.
I go into the kitchen and get. I ask if you have like a bowl or a large bowl or something like that.
Cupboard, two cupboards to the left of the sink on the bottom.
All right, I go up and I grab a bowl and I start filling it with warm water. Any rags?
Wow. Towels in the linen closet's the best I got.
Okay.
It's the same closet the first aid kit came out of.
We'll grab some towels. I'll try to
grab
find
those
like extra
curtains
ratty.
away.
ones.
Wiping her arms off.
What was I gonna? Tables. So the end tables at the end of the one end of the couch is actually a stack of tables. It's about 4 of them, and they stack together, so you can pull them out from underneath the one that's got the lamp on it.
Yeah, right there. All right. So you guys are getting everything kind of prepped to take a look at this. Meanwhile, after a bit of moment and after they held their hands for a while and were together, Animus Vox opens his eyes and you see the life inside of Raps fade and is now just a puppet again. Oh, well, that's better. Now I feel full. Closes the case, puts it aside. Ah. Okay. Hi, I'm Animus. It's nice to meet all of you finally again.
Good to meet you too, Animus.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't here?
I was there and I was here. But now I'm all here.
Oh,
Oh,
makes sense.
okay.
Does it?
I
think
mean,
so.
it does to me. I mean,
Yeah. Makes total
that's
sense.
I'm not quite there yet, but it seems like something that I'm real close to figuring out how to do. This whole split consciousness thing.
Yeah.
It takes some getting used to, I know. Hey, let's so you're Charlie, yeah?
Yeah.
I think I picked that up. And Carl, I know you. I saw you at the Winterfest. What did you think of the show?
Yeah.
You know what? We should probably look at Inea. She's probably more concerned than about a silly puppet show. I'm very sorry about that.
Right.
Animus is funny.
So let's
May
take a
is
look.
clearly having some trouble with this whole conversation, and she's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just watch what Charlie's doing.
So while you're taking a look, Animus is just gonna kind of wander and like look at your walls and just kind of look
So-
around.
Specifically, the walls are actually fairly bare. There's one picture up on the wall beside the door, beside the front door. It's a candid shot, so it's one of those like 5x7s you used to get the old prints from, or I guess it's not
Yeah.
even 5x7, 3x4s,
Yeah.
whatever they were. Anyway, in a frame on the wall, and it's Nay and a small woman with dark hair laughing. They look like they're out somewhere in the woods, just hanging out.
There's
That's
other.
probably all that's really visible.
There's that. There's also one other photo, just a bit more of a candid shot, clearly taken inside this house, of Inea and this woman. In a more candid,
God,
goofier
Tim, I love
moment.
you.
Not something that you see. You don't see the humor side of Inea very often, but
That's sitting over there on the end table beside the lamp.
yeah.
Cute.
So, Animus is just looking around. You guys are working on Inea. What's going on? What are you guys doing at this point?
Me personally,
we
I'm
wanna
just
attempt
taking
rinse
towel,
the
wringing it off.
Yeah.
Wiping arms
Okay.
down.
exactly.
So you managed to get the wraps off and you clean off Inea's hands, and it's when you first clean it off, it's like normal, just wiping off whatever blood there is, but after a moment, it seems like blood just comes out of the pores, almost like sweat, but not. Yeah, more like sweating blood from like the wrist up to the fingers. Definitely the
Hey,
whole palm.
that's seriously gross.
I don't know what we can do about that. It feels like
There's really nothing.
trying to fix magical backlash with magic just seems like a bad idea.
Yeah. This might be one of those things that just has to run its course.
Hearing that,
Yeah,
Animus
let's
is
not-
like, bingo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's just wrap them back up and put some gloves over the top.
Right.
So I can
So
actually
just
use
clean
my
them
hands.
off as best as we can. Rewrap.
Yeah, clean bandages.
Yeah, for sure.
It's probably going to need changing every couple of hours or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's inconvenient, but I mean, hey, this dude's got mushrooms coming out of his head. That's kudos to you, man. I never thought of that.
Well, I had to grow them somewhere, and I've got all this headspace.
You know, I was just thinking that myself. Yeah.
What
Charlie
is
pulls
my
one off and
life
starts nibbling on
anymore?
it.
What is my life? Okay. It's just wry grin shaking her head.
Jezebel, after all of this in a few moments, Animus Vox comes over. It's like, I don't think we've been properly introduced. You were.
I was the one who talked in your head.
Oh, I, I don't know if I remember that. Well, I mean, maybe he does, but maybe I kind of do. It's it's confusing, but it's okay. It's fine. Jezebel, correct?
Yeah, that's me.
It's okay. None of it is your fault.
You're make me cry.
And it's like, Inea, is that you in that pic?
Yes.
Hmm,
Yeah, that's me.
fantastic. I didn't realize. This is fun. That's Maria, isn't it?
Wait, you knew Maria?
Oh, yeah, Maria and I. She used to help out with the puppets back in the day.
Okay, not a thing she ever mentioned to me, but I don't know why it would have ever come up. That's good to know.
Well, I mean, we dream speakers in this area. It's kind of a thing. We all kind of have to meet each other and hang out every once in a while. And
Okay.
she had, she had some tips. She helped me create one of the puppets back in the day.
Okay. I can believe that. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah,
Huh.
she was awesome. I'm sad that she is no longer with us. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thank you. Me too. I didn't get to have her around for very long, but yeah, she was she was a hell of a lady.
Yeah, I think so. The as this is going, you hear at the door.
Is that our pizza?
I bet you it is. I go check it.
Yeah, indeed, it is the pizza delivery person and Cal sitting on the porch.
Ooh, perfect. I make sure that the driver gets a really good tip,
The driver,
and I tell him Merry Christmas.
yeah, Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, this is a hard place to find. I had to drive around like a few times. Sorry, it's a little late, but Merry Christmas. Have a good one. You know you have a crow here, right?
Yeah, he's a friend.
Yeah, he's a friend.
Okay, good. Have a good night, guys. Bye. I gotta go.
You too.
Guy goes running off. Yeah, does his thing, trying to deliver as many pizzas as possible. You guys have kind of put a cramp in his style. Sanctums are hard that way.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that part.
You know, it seems like I deliver to some sanctums throughout my day because there's some places that I drive past 2 or 3 times, even though it's on my route every week.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's this place. I gotta go back that way.
Yep, and then I drive past it again and think, oh man, why was I not paying attention?
So
That is a misdirection. You're not supposed to.
Right.
with pizza delivered and plates or whatever. I'm assuming.
Yeah, plates.
Everybody gets to take a seat and enjoy a slice or two. Jennifer gets out of the shower and she's like, "So, you had some clothes, yeah?" And you put some in front for her.
Yeah. It's, starting with the bathrobe because I got no idea what kind of size, and then she can
Yeah.
go closet shopping.
She comes out a little bit baggy, not too baggy because she's not. Actually, she's taller than you, so things are kind of not like coming to her ankle, but nothing that's too out of there. She's like, okay, this'll work, and she comes like, oh, I could use a slice.
Come grab some pizza, fam.
Yeah, grab some.
Okay, so now what? What the fuck?
What the fuck, indeed. So I think we all have a very long story to tell each other.
Yeah, true.
For sure.
I'm not even sure where we should start.
I would say at the beginning, but where even is that?
It's a long ways away.
That's a few weeks back. So Jennifer, I gotta ask, because this is kind of the elephant in the room for us right now, and that is when Mabel was encouraging you to stay with that random collection of special jackwagons.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you had a choice to not?
In the commune, we work together, and we work towards singular vision, mostly in servants of Mabel and Jezebel. It's
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
it's what we have to
That's
do for them. Sunny too.
So that's a no.
Yeah,
Well,
because I would never have asked you to do this, Jennifer.
I volunteer.
And Aunt Mabel shouldn't have asked you to do that.
Mm-mm. Nope. If you felt like you had to, that is not a choice.
I don't know.
Nay gets up and wanders off into the bedroom for a minute.
I take Jennifer's.
You've been in it since you were a child. I've been Sahajiya for maybe a few years. It's changed my life. It's made my life better. I believe in the cause. And Mabel is a shining light in the darkness, and you and Sunny give us hope for the future. We see all these terrible things every day, and I volunteered because I believe that I was helping. And I got scared. It was scary.
Honey, listen to me very carefully. Okay? I love you. I am never, ever going to ask you to do something that would put you in danger like this. Ever. And I understand that you feel as though you found enlightenment, a greater cause, something to fight for through Aunt Mabel, and maybe even by some extension through me and Sunny. But please understand that your agency matters infinitely more than whatever this is. I understand that you were helping, and I'm not mad at you. I don't know who I'm mad at, but all I know is my friend got hurt, and I hate that. And I don't want you to feel as though you have to put yourself in harm's way in made valuable in this cause that we're fighting for. Do understand that you're not just a foot soldier. You're not a footnote. You're not a meat shield. You're not collateral damage. You're somebody that I care about.
I hear what you're saying, Jesse, but like, what she's saying is important too, and if people don't put themselves at risk, then how are we going to gain ground in what we're trying to accomplish? So I don't know. I don't know where I stand on this.
I get it. I understand that risk has to be taken, but I feel like if risk is being demanded, then it needs to be the people who are talking the shit
Bru-
that need to have skin in this game. It can't just be
Oh,
some innocent
yes, that.
bystander.
Yes, that. Well, and the information needs to be provided on what's going on and what you're putting yourself into. And I don't know. I
Right.
don't know. I was that. You know? Do you know? Did you know what you were getting yourself into, Jennifer?
I have a particular set of skills.
Mhm.
I was good on the stage. I was good in front of the camera. I'm pretty. More so than Tom. And Bo. And anybody else that's in the commune. I fit the profile that was necessary. I was told it was going to be dangerous. I was told that I could die. I was also told that if I chose to do this, I would be helping you prevent Ned from becoming unmanageable. And believe me, it could have been worse.
Would you
So
have done this if you felt like you had another choice?
I had the choice. The Code of Ananda, always preached by Mabel, says we have choice. I never felt pressured beyond the encouragement. It was still scary. It sucked.
Yeah.
But if it puts that bastard behind bars, if it keeps him from amassing more power, maybe it helped.
You did help. Helped an unbelievable amount. I'm just really sorry that your ass had to be on the get that.
Yeah. I mean, me too. Yeah. But
Thank you, Jennifer.
I think
Seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
I would have. I'm really grateful that you came to save me. I think,
There is no way in hell I would have left you there.
well, given the circumstances, I don't know if I would have done the same. But I appreciate you. And you. And I don't know all of you, but yes. It was.
They're all good eggs.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate what you've done.
Yeah.
That's a difficult choice to make, and you put yourself in some dangerous situations, and that's very much appreciated.
Snaps for you, girl.
Is Pip okay?
We don't know? I think so. He ran off.
Probably for the best.
When Nate comes back out, she goes over to Jennifer. And hands her. It's a turkey feather painted with a wolf on it, and the end is wrapped in leather. She doesn't hand it to her, she offers it to her.
She looks down. She's like, very neat. I don't understand.
It doesn't. It's a token of gratitude. I want to thank you for what you did and let you know that I do respect your choices that you made that put you in the line of fire. And
Okay.
I don't have the right to judge any of that. And I'm sorry, Jesse, but I am heavily judging Mabel right now.
I understand.
But-
I'm still conflicted myself.
Yeah. It's just a token of gratitude and appreciation. It's just decorative.
Okay. I mean, thank you. I would have gone with just the pizza, but thanks.
When you look at it, remember that you've got a friend that you can count on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, now I got something else that Tom doesn't have.
And May goes in and pours herself a shot.
Hell yes, let's rack them up. Because, baby.
Animus, it's like, Mabel, right?
Yeah.
You know
All
Aunt
right.
Mabel?
Oh, shit, man. Go back to the 60s. Of course, y'all know everybody around here.
Aren't you?
One or two missing people every once in a while. But, you know.
You're pretty cool, Animus. What's your story? How did you end up involved in all?
Oh. So, yeah. I've been kind of keeping an eye on these weirdos that have just been sneaking around. And apparently they heard my puppet show and they watched my TV back in the day, and well, you know, one thing leads to another, and they think that, you know, I could help them spread their message to the kids. And,
The
you know,
fuck?
change the format entirely.
That is so gross and insidious and yuck.
Perfectly
I'm
in
really-
line with these assholes.
You were correct.
Pardon my
Yes.
language.
No.
Oh no, fuck them. Assholes is tame.
Yeah, they deserve way worse than that.
Lord.
Recognize you're used to talking with kids, but wow, that needs another shot.
Yep.
But,
I start pouring.
but fortunately, Malcolm sent you out and helped me. So it's all good. I love that kid.
And you know Malcolm too. Why am I not surprised?
I mean,
Animus is our new best friend.
Malcolm's on the advisory board. I'm on the advisory board. So, you
Are
know,
you?
Okay.
is that a
Are
big
the
deal?
advisors-
I mean, there's not
you know
many
what?
of us
Is
dream
that a
speakers
big
out here,
deal?
and
I'm starting to wonder. Oh, God.
the advisory board is usually just made up of a bunch of us from different cabals around the city. My cabal, the Spirit Science Center of Seattle, you know, it's really just me now. All of the, you know, just the way things are. So I get the honorary seat of being the Kha'vadi representative on the board. You know.
Girl, fuck a shot. Pass me the bottle.
Actually, I'll take one of those, please.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes,
Let's
here we go.
Okay.
What the hell did I get
All
myself
around.
into?
'Cause what
Well,
the
Carl,
shit?
you walked into
Yeah,
Seattle.
tangled web.
Ah, so we just
Holy shit.
happened upon a member of the advisory board. Oh, fuck.
You
Oh
know
my
what?
god.
You know what? Oh my
This
God.
might
yes,
as well
seriously,
happen.
I'm
I mean,
pouring.
sure.
Here we go.
I think
So,
ultimately it's
Charlie, you might like to contact Mark, no relation, Just to kind of update him on the holy what the fuck that just went down tonight, I am going to shoot Khan a lengthy text to let him know that I'm hoping that we have at least put a dent in the owl activity around the camps. And to let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a message to Mark. Just text message.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kind of
I mean,
late.
it's kind of late. I don't want to be waking anybody up for this shit.
Yeah, everybody's enjoying their their Christmas Eve, however it is.
Right. God. You know what, Carl? You probably deserve the whole story, don't you? You don't know. Oh, man.
Actually, before you start telling me a story, can you please pour me another one?
Yeah,
There you go.
bring your cat, baby.
Jennifer joins
I'm
in.
taking a lot in here.
Jennifer
Yeah.
joins in.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, how is Jennifer looking with all of her wounds?
Well, she
Can we?
was not doing
Well, I
bad, but it was
can't heal
mostly
her, but I can do first aid.
it was mostly like bashing damage. Nothing. No internal bleeding, no lacerations, that sort of thing. It was basically just like being beaten with soap in a bag, type of thing.
That is such
Prison
a,
beating.
my
How's
God.
that?
What a butthead.
You have a feeling that Ned's been to prison once or twice.
I wouldn't be surprised. He blew up his own bar. Actually, also, can I text Aunt Mabel? Just like send her a text.
Yes,
I don't want to
absolutely.
call her, but yeah, I do want to send her a text and let her know we got Jennifer. We're safe. We'll be home eventually.
At some point.
You know what?
Yeah, at some
Not the
point
first time.
we'll see you again.
Not the first time she's gotten the text from one of her adopted children.
And also, I want to let her know that we need to have a discussion. Just, nothing major. Just when the time comes,
Indeed.
When shit's not quite so raw.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm texting this today and Charlie. Like, I appreciate Jennifer's devotion. I have an issue with the cult sounding. Well, I guess that does make sense. But that does make sense. But like, still, I want people to be able to exercise their agency, and I'm not sure.
What I'm pissed about is she took our agency. She did not fucking tell us.
Yeah, that I'm not cool with either.
That she had done that, and she did not. She was leaving us a long way out of the loop.
Yeah, the lack of transparency is not cool with me.
No, I'm pissed about that.
If people are going to be acting on my behalf specifically like this, I would love, and need to know what I'm getting people.
Yep.
I have to know, because it's not, if Jennifer had died, if she had died, thank God she didn't, but if she had died and I found out that was on my behalf, that's two long ways of saying that this is somehow my fault. I'm not living with that on my chin.
Which it wouldn't be, but it would be difficult. You would have to deal with the fallout from that.
Yep, therapy,
Personally.
baby, because woof.
Yeah, that's kind of a lot to put on a person without their knowledge or consent.
Yeah, I do not like the lack of transparency, and I wish that people's agency was more taken in. And those are some heavy topics that I've never had to discuss with my before, but I feel like now is the time. So I'm gonna get my words together, and we'll hash it out.
It deserves some marinating on.
Yeah, Yeah,
Right. I feel
'cause-
like all of the stuff that we accomplish is important, and all of all of what all of what they wanted us to do. We've gone out and done basically, and we would have done the same, I think, if we'd have had all the information.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The thing
So,
about it
like,
is that
the
we may have
I
gone
feel
about it.
used.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Yes, I
Not a fan of being a
Because-
pawn. Not a fan.
if we had had all of the information, there's a few things that we might have chosen to do a little differently.
Yeah. Sure as hell, I don't know that we would have taunted Ned.
Or we'd have gone about it differently.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few things that, with more information, I might have been able to gain more information.
Well,
Maybe
and that's
not.
the thing about it right now. We don't know what information that we don't have still.
Right. We don't know what we don't know.
And I'm starting
That's
to feel
always
a
the rub,
little,
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel a little bit like a fucking hacky sack. And that's not okay.
Yeah.
Right, and for me, when I hear that there are secrets being kept, it makes me wonder how many more secrets, and it gives me the idea that there's a lot more
That part. Because if
that
you're
I'm just
willing
tipping
and
off the
able,
iceberg.
right?
Oh,
If you can't tell me of all people, me, that my friend is going to be in danger because of me, what else aren't you saying? What else aren't you?
Mhm.
Yep.
I like the idea of Aunt Mabel being a mentor to me, but I do not like the idea of Aunt Mabel controlling me like I'm not a fan of that. So, yeah, words must be had.
Yeah. So, none of this makes any sense to you.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so Carl, let's
It's just
tell you the
pizza and drink.
wide story.
I would love to
The
hear this
grand
too.
lore.
Have you had enough to drink yet, Carl? Do you feel ready?
You know what? I think I've had my 2. I will take a half and sip on it as I hear.
That part.
That's a
Yeah,
good call.
yeah.
Yeah.
You probably better have one more, because for me, this story starts with aliens.
I'll
Okay,
drink
I'm
the water.
not fucking around.
I will start with another full glass.
Fair to go ahead and sip on it,
Yeah.
but maybe have a whole, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
And we
just gonna say
divulge.
this.
Yes.
Why the fuck did I leave Alabama? I leave Alabama. All I had to do was stay in my little area, worry about my little library. Now we got aliens and mushrooms and dudes with talking puppets. Oh man. Yeah, give me that drink,
Welcome
please.
to Seattle, boo.
Yeah. Yeah, you've had a rough introduction.
Yeah.
You know what, though?
Yeah.
We've had a rough couple of months, so there's that, too.
I can tell.
Ooh. Yeah. So,
All right, so
you know what? Charlie, I think yours probably started the whole thing off because yours happened before you met the rest of us.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, so
I heard aliens and became involved.
Yeah.
I'm out in the woods. I do a lot, and I spend a lot of time out in the woods. I'm a mushroom expert, and so I study the connection that mushrooms make throughout the forest. And I'm out there, and I witnessed a crash. Lights in the sky, thing falling, and so I go to investigate, and there's a ship, and a being there injured. And then the next thing I know, I'm passed out and wake up, and there were what I assume men in black, because they looked a lot like these agents that have been following us around for a while now, because they all look the same. And then
Yeah, they do. You've noticed that? That's so weird.
Yeah, I collapse and I wake up at home, and it's like nothing ever happened. But I go back and investigate the site, and I find something. I get this device, and
Really?
so I fast forward a little bit. We get, I I get accused of a murder. Yeah, this in going back to investigate the site, there was I guess, and I'm not even sure that this actually happened or if they just set it up, but supposedly there was a child that was murdered, and then it was on me. They were saying that I was the one that had done it, and eventually that got passed off onto a family friend of ours. And okay, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked here, but
The story, the
I don't
best
remember
stories
exactly.
always
God,
kind of do that. Like,
there's so much that happened. I'm trying to remember, like,
from my mind, you don't seem like to be a child murderer.
I was
So-
just thinking that. No way.
I don't perceive that at all. So.
I don't like. I'm not like a family person necessarily. I spend a lot of time by myself, but I like people.
Right. Wow.
Okay.
I'll be honest, in my experience, at least with Charlie, he's a healer. He is not an aggressor.
Oh.
I just don't.
No,
The other thing about it was that when
Well, I
these
mean-
accusations all came up too, he'd been running around with us for a week. So
Right, and that was the thing is I met them just kind of what seemed like coincidentally. We all were in the same place at the same time and got invited to this council meeting.
That's how I've met all my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
coincidentally,
So we go to this
Yeah.
council meeting and get roped into a quest, to try to help out with, this other thing that Nay has been investigating. Well, maybe I should pass that off to you, Nay.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, we kind of dragged Jizzy in, didn't we? That was wow.
I was just a strawberry
He was
salesman,
just
man.
all right, so here's how this is going. I was investigating. I have befriended a number of members of the homeless community in downtown Seattle.
Oh,
In the tent
too.
cities. So somehow that doesn't surprise me, Animus.
well, I mean,
Anyway.
you go to Mary's place, you got to do shows for the kids, and anyway, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
That's okay. I take meals. I help coordinate medical visits when necessary, and when possible. I'm just trying to help, And then it comes to my attention that some of my friends are getting the crap beat out of them. I think just basically for existing. We lost a couple that way. Not okay. So I started
horrible.
investigating. At the same time, just independently, I was also investigating some online streamers who were disappearing from their streams under concerning circumstances. I thought I was just looking at a safety question, a mental health question with them. The two streams crossed in bizarre ways.
They always do that.
I'm kind of starting to wonder if there was some orchestration going on here. I don't really want to go into the tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, but we have aliens, men in black, disappearing streamers, then homeless people getting beat by, as it turns out, bigoted fascist jackboots who were involved with Ned Calhoun and the owl things that you tripped over as your introduction, Carl. So,
Well, thank
anyway.
Carl showed up at when he did. I don't think I would. I mean, that doesn't seem like they were going to kill me, but yeah, you tried. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting again.
it's okay. It sounds like they were trying to use you, and that's super not cool either. In fact, that's the fascist jackbooted propaganda bullshit that was their MO. Part of it, anyway.
The crap that they were handing me at the actual Christmas thing.
That's the
Yeah.
one, yeah. So they were handing that out, by the way, to the homeless population as well. So you can imagine how well that went over.
Hmm.
Invitations to their church to attend their church and bullshit.
Yeah, I remember.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so in the course of that investigation and me trying to chase down people who had seen these attacks, I met no I received an invitation to that meeting, the council meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And I had met Jesse earlier in the day, and then we kind of met up again at the meeting, which is where we also met. Did we meet Malcolm that day, or was that the following day?
It was the same
Maybe that
day.
was a.
I think
Was it the same
that
day?
Yeah.
Anyway, Malcolm was concerned with the attacks and the owls as well.
Yeah. It's been on his mind
That's
for a while.
kind of when we got together, and then Sunny disappeared. And that's Jesse's part of the story.
So I was selling I was selling strawberries. Huh. And then we went to that council meeting thing. And then we had to go to, which park was it? We had to go to some park.
Woodland.
Woodland Park. Woodland Park, yes. We had to go to Woodland Park. And we happened across some people being attacked. Homeless people attacked by 3 assholes, but monstrous, like monsters. And we tried to stop them. And that was the first time I'd ever been in a real fight, so I tried to grab a rock. It did not work. Hey, I got shot. That was cool. But these people, they had owl riders, like owls on them, owl spirit. And they had like superpowers, and they really trounced us good for a second. But yeah, we had to go to Woodland Park and survived that attack. Some time went by, and what after that, it was the stream.
Well, you're forgetting about Brad and Sunny and the Terminator.
Oh, right! I forgot about that. At the Lakashim, as a matter of fact. There was I was going to the Lakashim, and there was like a big, massive Terminator dude, like a robot. And Sunny got taken. Sunny had gotten taken. Sunny and Brad got taken. And we went to the Lakashim to try and find them. And we sussed them out, and they happened to be someplace behind this Terminator dude. And he wouldn't let us pass. And so we sort of like snuck our way through. And I found Sunny, and we got out, but we got found out by Techie Pesci, wasn't it? Techie Pesci with his bad curse word.
Oh God. Do
Call
they
us,
even
like,
count?
They literally do. What the fuck is a piss nozzle, honestly? But
I will not
Yeah.
answer that. I don't know anybody named Pesci. So
oh, good.
No.
You're
Okay. So I think he was going by Winston at this time.
yeah.
no, I don't know
Yeah.
that either. Doesn't ring any bells.
It's just as well. He's not.
I mean, he's a dude, you know?
Yeah. He's definitely something.
Oh.
Yeah. But we found the Terminator guy and had to fight that massive thing. And the club exploded because the Terminator exploded. And that sucked because I liked that club. But
Well, the
we
club's
got
still
Sunny
there.
out.
It was
Yeah, it is.
it was the Sertaman facility that got.
Yeah.
Right,
The
Sertaman?
building
that-
that was.
Yeah. That was.
We were in
where
a
they-
like warehouse building that was near the club.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because
Close enough.
remember
So-
we went back on a different night.
Yeah,
went
we
dancing.
did, so I could dance the night away.
Yeah. That was our first inclination that the technocracy had some involvement with some of the crap that we were dealing with. It wasn't till later that we found out that Techie Pesci had made off with some technocracy virtual reality tech and was using it in a fighting betting ring, but he'd pissed off the technocracy. And
Mhm.
because they were developing that technology, and that was where my missing streamers were disappearing too.
Your joke.
Well, partially, anyway. There was also a virtual creature emulating a biblical angel thing that was chasing my streamers down using the technocracy's digital web.
Jennifer, take a shot. Yeah, Jolie told me about that. That is fucking scary. You
Yeah.
guys lead a very harrowing life.
Only the last
Trust us, it's
2.5
not by
months
choice.
or so, yeah.
Oh no, I partied
all
with you, Jezzy. I know how far and how hard you can go. But do we have a bed here? I am exhausted, and I
So
don't need to hear all this.
no, you probably don't. Next room, you passed it on your way to the bathroom there. There's a Murphy bed on the. You know what? I can just go pull it out for you. It's okay. I gotta locate sheets and stuff for it. It's not made up.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I'm gonna
Let's-
go do that.
Okay, I'll help you. Jennifer
you guys
helps.
can keep
Yeah. Go ahead.
telling Carl. I'm just gonna get this thing ready. I'll be right back.
For the sake of brevity, Carl, you hear a bunch of wild shit. That
And I'm just steady drinking.
long story comes to they entered the digital web trying to rescue you and Sitka after they got roped into that. But you still never met up and you split off at that point. You, fortunately, with the help of Griffin Claw and the Waymaker, escaped the digital web. I don't know. Do you guys want to inform Carl of how you escaped the digital web?
Oh, that's vampires. That's a whole other.
Yeah, I don't
level
think that's
of-
probably a good idea.
No.
Okay.
We we still don't know what the hell is going on with that. So, and I do have to check in with them, but I've still got like 2 or 3 weeks before I
You've got
gotta
a few
check
more.
in with them
You got some
again,
more time.
right? Yeah.
You also hear how they worked to find sources that could assist them in fighting the owls, going to the spirit wilds, something that you've read about. But
Right.
personally, anytime that you've tried to, pardon me, anytime that you've tried to get into like a naturalistic other world, it doesn't work for you.
Right.
But you hear familiar names. You hear Joseph and you hear Daniel, people that you spent some time with after you escaped the digital web. You find that they also have friendships and forged with the bridge trolls, where you've spent some nights with as well.
Right.
And you can kind of sync up your adventures a bit with how you ended up helping Animus at Winterfest, and then you know what happened after that. But they don't know your backstory, so now is your opportunity to bring them up to speed for you.
Well, first things first, I finish off my drink and I finish off my pizza and I said, well, I am not nearly as adventurous as you guys. I'm pretty much got into this whole life later on in life, and it's because of my father. We in Alabama, we have this library that he's been keeping, and he actually married somebody that is not a part of this life. And I guess they made the decision to not bring me into it. But after, you know, both of them passing away and stuff like that, I've pretty much become more a part of this. And I want the library at home to grow. And I wanted to become a part of my roots. So that's when I got involved with the Dream Speakers. And that's how I met up with Sitka and stuff, because I was supposed to go and try to recruit him, but that's when I found out that they don't really do recruiting. So I
Yeah,
was pretty
that's
much sent out here.
not really what we do. Somebody might have
No,
been
I
pulling a
found
trick
that out
on
later
you, I
too.
think.
Yes, I think that is exactly right. So I think that there must be another reason why I was sent out here, away from everything I know. So I'm up here trying to basically get these guys to join the Dream Speakers, and that's when I get caught and put into the internet, the digital web, at these people. Man, all I know is I don't like them. I don't like them at all, and they basically tortured us for a while. Come to find out that Sitka's mother is a part of them, and I promised her at the very least to take care of her son, even though she's keeping her son at an arm's length. I'm not necessarily sure if I don't know how I feel about all this anymore. I mean, I still want to follow my father and, you know, my heritage and stuff, but I did not know about this whole the technocratic union and people trying to. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some sort of danger. This is not something that's known by everyone, but who knew? Who knew? And I will say this: I am thankful that I met you guys, because you have saved my life multiple times, and you don't even really know me that well. So thank you on that. Um, it I was honestly looking for Animus because I need a mentor. I need to know what I'm doing. Because right now I kind of feel like a baby, and I'm just kind of like
Ooh.
this, and yeah.
Nay reaches over and picks up the picture on the end table and hands it to Carl and says, "You are now where I was in that picture. And Maria saved my life at least once and probably more often than that. I only had her for 5 years, but
Oh, sorry.
3 years, but she made all the difference in the world because I didn't have anybody to teach me the shit that I was seeing from the time I was a kid was real.
Right.
And that I needed to be able to protect myself and to protect other people. So
Right.
I get that. And if you want, I'm happy to help best I can.
It's probably in my interest to let you know that one of the major reasons why I got into this is because of, and I kind of don't want to get into the specifics of it, I did have an accident, which pointed me in this direction because I need to know how to control it. Like I said, I won't get into the specifics of it because I'm not too proud of it, but there were some people hurt, and I need to get a handle. So I really do appreciate it.
We all do it. It happens to us all at least once. At least once, if we're lucky.
Okay.
So it wasn't even that long ago. I tripped over another. I'm not even sure where she wound up eventually. I mean, I think she's probably still doing her seeking, but she accidentally called something through because she was without guidance, and it almost killed her.
Yeah.
And I happened to be in the area, happened to catch on to it, and happened to be able to kick down her door and keep it from getting worse. So it happens. It happens to us all. You're not alone in that. None of us are. I'm happy to help as much as you're willing. And you know, it's we don't know what we don't know
Right.
until we learn. And I prefer that we learn and stay alive.
That's a good thing.
To learn from it for the future. So we're gonna have to have some conversations about your experience up to this point. You know, I know you've got your purple rabbit, which lives in your phone.
Yeah, I got fitting.
Okay. It's your Fitbit. Okay. So you and I might have some things in common. I lean a little more Joseph's direction, but I'm not wholly there either. I've got Proberry. Why am I still wearing Proberry? I need to put him away. He needs to charge. Good grief. Anyway, the Proberry is obviously my GoPro, which is what I'm pointing at.
Right.
So I work with Tech, my rig in the next room where
Tech's alive
Jennifer,
too, man.
Yes, thank you, Animus. It is.
You're welcome.
Anything we apply our energy into for a long enough time, enough energy can have life.
We're here to serve.
Yeah,
Serve all that.
I'm kind of partial to computers and parts and stuff like that too. So
Okay.
yeah,
So we've got some touch points.
any information that you want. Yes.
Okay. We can work on that. We can work from that. And I'm happy to do it. Maria
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Maria saved my life, and I don't want to say I owe it to her. She would kick my ass if I actually said that, but I like to
She-
pay it forward.
That's all that she ever asked. And you know, I too will certainly help you out. Uh, there's not many of us Kha'vadi in the city. I stay here mostly because it's fun, uh, but also because I've got friends here that I gotta take care of. You know, like Raps over there and Chickapee herself and a few others. Um, you could definitely help me with some of the shows, and I can show you some of the ropes.
Sounds good.
And maybe
I
we'll.
one of the things that I really want to accomplish is I want to make my library just vast, a good place for information of the occult, of actually all of this stuff, because some of this stuff you just are not going to find in a book. So I think that it would be good to chronicle a lot of this stuff and build up my library so it could be for people like yourselves and all. And if we run into a situation where we're like, well, what the F is this? Maybe I would have some article of knowledge or something that we can go to look at and have and not just be blind, because with the
So,
owl thing I was definitely blind.
are you interested in digitizing what you got?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I would like a hard copy as well, of
Well,
course.
absolutely,
But
because not everybody works with digital stuff, but you obviously do, and if you can
right,
bridge that gap, you'll be helping a lot of people.
right. Because I'm about helping people too. And when you said that you were helping the homeless, yeah, I think that's really cool. So yeah, I'm all about that.
I think this project just got really big.
So I'm thinking about something. If you guys are talking about making a library big, would it help to combine the library at the commune with
Yes.
your library? I mean, our library isn't huge, but it's got knowledge. That's
Yes.
where I spent all of my time before I got the hell out of there.
Hey,
A
that's
bunch
how
of
I got to
bookworms.
where I'm at now. That's how I
Cool.
got to where I'm at now. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is
And the
power.
more of it we have, the better we can take care of ourselves and other people.
So
Yeah.
how I met Maria is I was okay. So I grew up in the foster system. I got no roots. I was cut off. Um, and Maria was kind of in the same boat, but she was doing it in the 60s and 70s when there was no internet and there was no
Hmm.
any searching, any reconnecting had to be done physically, boots on the ground. When I met her, it was because she was known in this area for helping people with that. And I was writing a blog post about that because I'd been trying to put it on the web for those of us to see things, to know things, and have no explanations for it and nobody to teach us about it. But I was
Mm.
having to do it on the down low because, I've been told all my life I was crazy. Um, they were trying to medicate me for that stuff.
Right.
And when I heard about her, I thought maybe she could at least help me with the the family reconnecting, the cultural reconnecting, because that's what was out there about her. That's what she'd been helping with on the surface for the sleepers. Um I did my interview, and a lot of what she said resonated. So I called back, and I got to know her. And then she invited me to a cultural ceremony. Long story short, shit got hairy. And I didn't know how to handle that. And she pulled me out by the scruff of the neck and taught me from there. So,
Wow.
if we can put this stuff online, which is what I've been advocating for, I don't know if you've run across my blog or any of my videos. Okay, so that's what I've been trying to do. I've been trying to help people connect with stuff they don't know, because again, we don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And if we can take your library and Jesse's library, that is a shit ton of information that hasn't been out there where people can find it.
Right.
This is huge. This is huge.
And I did talk forever ago about me potentially expanding Aunt Mabel's library.
Okay, so goddamn. What did I
I'm
say
down
about
for that. I'm
feeling
down.
like a hacky sack? This is
the parts do line up just a smidge too perfect, don't they?
they do, and I don't care that they do, except for how I do care that they do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
just a little.
Like
I
want to
know who's putting the pieces together.
Yeah. Charlie. You're all about networking, aren't you?
Yeah. I mean, like, networks. I mean, if you're talking about, like, social networking, like networking with people.
Okay, but you make connections is really what I was getting at.
Yeah.
And there's folks out there like you who aren't so much techie, but will need to be able to find the physical copies of the information that we're talking about.
Yeah.
You guys, I got goosebumps right now, and that's really kind of not cool.
Yeah, that's usually the moment where I want to go to bed myself, but
What, the goosebumps moment?
yeah, it's the best time to dream.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
You're not... Excuse me, Animus. I'm gonna cuss a little bit here.
Well, that's fine.
Fuck. I'm gonna go get some pillows and blankets out, and we're gonna make up some beds.
Can we make forts?
If you really want to.
I don't know if I'm ready for I don't know if I'm ready for a labyrinth right now.
Okay, yeah, so we're
Okay.
I think
Maybe
we're
next
all
time.
pretty. Yeah, we're all pretty tired tonight, so tonight's probably for actual dreaming. But if you want to make forts, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. Just for actual dreaming. So let's make the couch up, and I've got a air mattress we can blow up, so there's room for everybody to pass out. Jezzy, you can share with me if you want to. I've got room in the other room.
Okay.
And I can just take the floor. That's fine.
Well, that's why I said the air mattress. So I think we're probably good between everything. So first of all, Tim, I gotta giggle about the protest picture that you put up here. I love it because that's totally what they were doing. That is 100% what they would be doing.
actual Women's March in Seattle, 2017.
Nice. I love it. But that's the reason that Nay's got the industrial sized portable first aid kit. She was at Standing Rock.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Um yeah, Nay's gonna go get all that. Like, she's basically just gonna empty her linen closet at this point. She doesn't have that much.
Yeah, you're not used to guests.
No.
No.
No, it's fine. I'll help.
So the L portion of the couch can be made up into kind of a short little twin bed, and we'll pump up the air mattress and get that all set up for somebody to sleep on.
Indeed.
Yeah, Nay's not. This is literally the first time she's had anybody but Maria in this house.
Right. When it was Maria's.
And it was Maria's house at that time.
So yes. The long evening of alcohol and pizza after fighting a owl demon,
Coming down off the adrenaline high.
coming down, you eventually do settle in for the evening. Everybody finds a comfortable spot to spend their evening, and the next morning, next day, you guys talk about your plans and kind of work things out. Carl and Animus Vox, kind of work out a, idea for some form of mentorship, where Carl can sometimes be helping Animus. Animus can be, he does need some assistance. He's not that young anymore. And Inea, with her experience, is offering mentorship as well to assist Carl. So Carl is in a really good place to find assistance here in the Seattle area. And when we have Mondays that Carl's able to be here, then we have a way of getting you in and a way of getting you out. So
Right.
yeah, I know I had to think about that one.
Yeah, and I made sure to talk to my boss about that too. So
The following, you guys can decide if you want to spend Christmas or whatever you want here for the week, but probably the next couple of weeks are going to be a lot of recovery and consideration and planning. And but for this, as you get attacked by your cat,
I have been headbutted.
like, pay attention to me. You work with your known contacts, allies, friends, and however the next couple of weeks go, obviously you can go back home or you can stay here. I don't know who's staying in the duplex next to you. That could all be figured out, however. But at this point, you guys have completed a story, and so you guys are all in good shape, and we can do a bit of a time skip going forward. I have all of next week off, so
I think we've been threatened.
no threats. More like it sounds like we're in a good spot for having one-on-one sessions for each of you, to either do seekings, planning out things, meeting with the advisory board. You guys don't all have to be there together. They're going to separate you. So you don't give testimony at the same time, with your friends.
Oh my goodness!
What groups, like, hey, guys, tell us the story together? No.
I thought they were gonna put us in a room at like Harry Potter style.
Just
they
a big,
put you in a room and it's just like a bunch of old people.
Clear of all
like,
charges.
You did wrong. Right, like, yeah.
Yes.
No, okay, that makes
None of
sense.
you are
They're gonna
squeaks.
do us like the cops do.
I mean, there's a reason why they do that. But
True.
but that means who wants to go first? No.
Ooh. I can go first.
All right, yeah. Well. How about this? Shoot me in Discord like times that you're available. Me, probably have somebody here on Monday, and then I might be able to do like the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever times that you guys have available. For that, we can plan around it. So
Okay.
doesn't necessarily matter
Okay.
who goes first.
Yeah.
But congratulations, guys! Y'all did really well.
I can't believe
Cool.
I do not believe that owl thing. I don't think we lasted. I don't think we've seen the back of it. But that's just because I'm paranoid.
Right. It makes me a little nervous that Pip got away.
Yeah.
Well, but Jennifer was asking about him, and he was willing to argue with Ned. So Pip is
Yeah.
lower
So
on my
I don't
totem pole of
know.
concerns.
Right. Well, the thing about it is that in itself, it being low on the totem pole of concerns, kind of concerns me.
You know.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I know that, like, those are those little like tails that's like slip away that turn into something huge later.
Yeah.
we might
Basically,
have
a
to,
cut.
I
from somebody
I don't
walking down
know
a
about
hallway
like what's
and,
going
you get
necessarily
eyes low.
what's going on in this story, regarding Pip,
Mhm.
but like in stories.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Pip is a loose end that somebody will need to pick up and check on, and they probably will at some point. Not immediately, but
Oh,
boy,
just wait
May's
till
got
you
a
find
few
out
things.
what Winston did. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. This whole it seems like in retelling this, it makes me think that Winston had a bigger part in what's going on technocracy-wise with us
Yeah.
than what it seems like, and him trying to get back into our lives is very fucking fishy.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
don't. None of us really particularly like Techie Pesci to begin with. So,
I
Right.
love Techie Pesci. What are you talking about?
I
yeah,
mean,
you're the storyteller. You have to love him. He's your baby.
characters.
He's not my favorite, but he's
Now,
fantastic.
Me, I think he's hilarious and ridiculous,
yeah,
and
he's
so awesome.
fabulous.
Yes, he's just fucking hilarious.
Alex
But,
thinks he's
yeah.
awesome. Jezzy wants to kick him.
Yes,
Right? Yes. Yeah.
yes.
Charlie doesn't talk shit very often, but he has no problem talking shit to Techie Pesci.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. So Inea is gonna want to do well. I mean, she's got her individual session coming up, but she's got a few loose ends that she wants to at least start digging into, and not least of them being this weird connection between Animus and Mabel and Maria and Malcolm, and why are all of these former generational mages encouraging this particular group of people to get together? Yay, we have a fortuitous connection as far as we want to get the knowledge out there. And if that
Right.
is all it is, we got a bone to pick with Mabel about her playing fast and loose with people's autonomy. That said, and the information that she doles out like a fucking miser. But that said, if that's all it is, they're trying to get the information out to the next generation of mages. Okay. Got a few questions about method, but okay, we can maybe work with that. But if there is more to that collecting of us together than they are saying, I want to know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
2
someone
months
needs
ago.
to spill the beans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because feeling like a hacky sack, not okay.
No. Not
Awakened
a fan.
individuals.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit concerned that we're just being like, the tools that are being manipulated to eventually be thrown away.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
What is endgame? What are we
What
looking at
is
here?
end game exactly? What is the best case scenario for this little commingling of?
You guys
Mhm.
are living and existing within what is now being labeled the Ascension Truce. That period after the Ascension War, where both the technocracy and the traditions are like, whoa, what the fuck did we just do? And what the hell happened? And how many masters are dead? And what do we make of all of this? And it's a bit of a Cold War, and there are forces beyond just those two. And Seattle is one of those places that caters to many different paradigms. It's not just a strict urban nightmare, New York, Chicago type place. And it's not Boston old world. And it's not, Silicon Valley, everything super shiny and new. Um,
Along this same vein, we're all feeling a little bit used and we're all a little concerned about what is the end game. I think we also need to kind of come together, and so we have pulled Carl in kind of under our wings, sort of, but also under Animus's wings. So he's part of the group, but also not part of the cabal, at least not yet.
Right.
And so the Night Hunters need to kind of get together and talk about who are the Night Hunters and what are our goals.
I want to see you
Yeah.
guys going out to the city with the Griffin Claw and taking out vampires, but that's just my personal wish.
I feel
mean-
like I
I mean-
couldn't compel a vampire.
Well, vampires are fun, but Griffin Claw, she's got that under control, right? Maybe.
Oh, that's a really big question mark. So Nay has met Griffin Claw 2-3 times now?
Something like that.
Something like that. There are questions about how well wrapped Griffin Claw is.
I mean, she is the terror which flaps in the night. So.
Yes, that's what has Nay a little
The terror
concerned
that
because
flaps. In the
she
night.
is the terror that flaps in the night. You maybe, Alix, are a little young for Darkwing Duck.
Oh.
The terror that flaps in the night.
Got
When there's trouble, you call
I said that the
DW.
other day at work.
Yeah. Yes. That's Nay's.
Flaps.
That is Nay's concern. So anyway, what I think the Night Hunters maybe need to take a few days or even just a few hours and really talk about what are our goals. We've got this library thing now that maybe we could maybe work in there or not. I mean, that could be a Nay project or a Nay and Jesse project with Carl to work together. But maybe Charlie wants in on that shit. Maybe his coven's got some things that he would like to contribute. This is all stuff we need to, I think, as Night Hunters to talk about.
Yeah,
Because I think
absolutely.
we have been thrown together, and now it's time for us to decide who we are.
Exactly. You've got your charge from the Rogue Chantry to be protectors of Seattle, and the Seattle area, but the world's
does
bigger
that
than
mean?
Seattle. And what does that
Right.
mean? How do you go about doing that? And absolutely valid questions. Plus, there's a whole alien thing.
Yeah, we
The
still have
whole alien thing.
and the murder
Yeah.
thing that's still sort of another dangly
Oh yeah,
end that hasn't quite been tied up neatly yet.
of course not. I can't have you tie a bow on all the story threads in 2 books. No, we got more. So it was a pleasure.
That's
It's
what I
been
like to hear.
fantastic. All of you for this session and for completing the story will get a huge heap of experience. I think a total of 9 points. So
Ooh.
it'll be you'll see you go from like 48 to 57 for some of you. Unless you're Alix, Jezzy has like 63 now, and we'll have like over 70 in just a bit. So, like I said, seekings for Inea and Jezzy are long overdue. So
Yeah.
Exciting stuff. I don't know what a seeking is, but let's get into it.
you remember
That's
when
the
you had
thing
that
that
dream with Charlie?
Yeah.
That was the seeking.
Yeah. And I was up. Oh. That's cool.
So usually those go one-on-one, but with Jezzy's mind abilities and the way that you guys were going, that just made sense to do it then. Oh,
Yeah.
you also have that whole headdress thing. There's still things going on with that.
Oh God, yeah, I forgot about that.
Right. Yeah. I was wondering what was going down with the headdress.
And Cal, yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of. There might be a lot of more. There might be some Charlie stuff coming up, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for one more awesome evening, and we'll figure out the next schedule for my vacation, because I'll be doing this.
Yeah. Well, that sounds like a fun vacation.
Yeah, just let me know when you guys
Well,
each have about like.
I'll be shooting you some stuff.
Yeah, when you have like 2-3 hours or whatever, just like something like this,
Yeah.
and maybe one of you or maybe some of you will get next Monday as well. But
Okay.
and I'll see you on your birthday.
All right.
Well, is it actually your birthday
Yeah,
on Saturday?
next Monday I'm probably gonna not want to be in on that session. 'Cause I'm
Understood.
probably gonna be exhausted.
But I will be coming
That's
down
a
to your
day off
place.
work, in fact.
Happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Thank
happy early
you.
birthday.
Is this going on at your place or is this like somewhere
Yeah.
else? Okay. I'm sure it's. Is it on Facebook or?
I don't think so. Contact Cindy for more information.
Yeah, I think she texted me. I'll double check that.
Not
I
this
will.
Cindy, the other Cindy.
No,
Yes.
my wife Cindy.
No, I understand. I am aware that there are multiple people with the same name.
Oh God, it's the
Oh,
bane
my
of my
goodness.
flippin' existence.
If you believe me, okay, so I have a whole lot of trans friends, and when you like you come out as trans, you can like choose your name, right? So there's a
Yeah.
whole lot of the same names.
Yeah.
Oh.
we have like
imagine.
5 Karas and like 4 oh geez, yeah, anyway, we have a whole lot of the same people with the same name, so like everybody's got like a nickname too.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I understand. I mean, taking on a different name is always hard. Taking on a different not even a different identity, just embracing
Mhm.
the more refined identity is always scary. And I support all of that. And we'll see what clips I get from this episode. So we'll go and see if I can generate any
Yes,
more
to
hate
piss off
on
more
YouTube.
cishet
Yeah.
people.
Fuck yeah.
Because fuck all of those guys. Oh, I'm telling you guys, fuck you. All of you.
Right.
Right.
Right to the
You got a
Trans
problem?
rights, bitch.
Exactly.
Take
Exactly.
it
That's right.
elsewhere. We are not
Absolutely.
interested in your bullshit.
Right.
No more. All right. Well, I love you guys. Thank you again. Have a good night. I will catch you next time.
Good night,
Bye, guys.
everybody.
All right, y'all.
Good night.